Hey everyone, it's your favorite Uncle One Guy here coming at you with another deck tech list. This time we are going with red, purple, Zaft. So going back to an old classic only because I do really love Savior Gundam and I really wanted to play with it again. So here's the list. I hope you guys enjoy it. It does use cards from GD-05, but nothing too crazy, nothing too expensive. So to start the list, we are running for Impulse Gundam. Impulse Gundam is a 3/2, 3/3 links with Shin. Activate on main, so it can only be activated on your turn. You pay 2, and then return this unit to the bottom of its owner's deck. And then you choose one unit with the name Impulse Gundam that is level 4 or higher from your trash, and then you deploy it. So this is pretty much just a recursion. He does get about a lot of cards out of the deck. I don't want to say a percentage, but I'm pretty sure I'm leaning towards like 80% of the deck or the units that we play can be pulled from the trash from Impulse, so it's very great. Oops, sorry. Next, we are running one of my favorite cards, Sword Impulse Gundam. This card has been super helpful when I've been playing with it. It is a 4/2, 4/2. Links with any one with the coordinator trait or Minerva Squad trait, so bear that in mind. And then on deploy, if you deploy this unit from the trash, you can choose one enemy unit that's level 3 or lower and then destroy it. So that does get rid of all the lower end blockers. Technically, if you were to deploy it a turn previously to kill something and then swing with it, they have to answer it and it trades with blockers, leading the way for other units to be able to effectively take your opponent's shields. This is one of the new cards. You don't need to get this ready, but I liked it, which is the link rare. It is the new Force Impulse. The Force Impulse is a 4/3, 3/4. Reason why we're running this over the other Sword Impulse that rests is because of the fact that when you do play that one, it becomes a 3/2. And this one is a 3/4, so this one still answers blockers and can still live. And then on deploy, if you deploy this unit from your trash, you choose one pilot with the name Shin in its name, and then you add it to your hand. So this kind of recurs the pilot. So that's kind of one thing that Minerva was missing, was just a way to get back Shins. So that way you wouldn't feel too bad having to early game link a Shin. Now we have Force Impulse, and the fact that it can bring it back from the grave is great. That means you can, if you played a Destiny or anything like that, you can re-add Force Impulse to the field, then grab Shin, and then have another Destiny play for next turn in case you lose the Destiny. Next, we are running the Raise Blaze Azaku Phantom. It's a 4/3, so this one has to be answered. Does link with any Minerva Squad trait, so that's also great. So with Shin, he becomes a 7/3 body, and then with Luna Maria, it becomes a 5/4, and then with Ray, it becomes a 5/5. So you pick how you want to run it, but I think this is great. And then during link once per turn, so because it has a generic link, it pretty much once per turn as long as you link it, you're always going to reduce the damage by 1, and that's any damage. It says while this unit receives damage from an opponent, from an enemy. It doesn't say enemy unit, doesn't say enemy effect, it just says enemy. So meaning that burn can't it reduces it by 1. So they gotta play a lot more cards to get rid of it. Next, we are running for our reds 3 Aegis Gundam. So reason why we played this Aegis and not Aegis MA mode, or we're not playing Dual Gundam. Well, Dual Gundam is kind of hard with this deck because technically the only cards that can give it the 5 AP is Shin. Spoiler, in case you didn't know about the pilots. So I have no 2/1 pilots. You can, and if you wanted to run dual or anything like that, you can run Rao with this package. But I decided to go against Rao, even though Providence is a great card. I was like, I just couldn't find space to fit it. So if you can find space, go ahead, use it. But if not, Aegis Gundam is going to be really great, especially against Null. What is it? The Sinanju. I'm bad with names, guys. You guys already know this. Sarabi. Providence, Wing, the new Wing, and all that. Because it does, as long as this guy has 5 AP, so you can just throw a Shin on there, you can throw a Ray, you can throw Luna Maria, you can throw even Atherin Zala, which he does link with, onto it, and then it'll you pick one unit that's level 5 or higher, and then you deal 3 damage. This also is great against our own Blast Impulse Gundam in case we decided to go against the mirror match. So just bear that in mind. Speaking of Blast Impulse, we are indeed running 3 because we do need at least some form of protection. We need a form of blockers. And hopefully, by the way, since Weenie aggro is pretty much dead, we don't really need as much blockers as we used to. And we also have other answers to deal with minor blockers or minor units as well in the form of our commands. But this guy is a 5/3, 5/3, links with Shin, and just a blocker. Just really great. Really great because he's a recurring blocker. So we can always use him to die, block something, die, and then come back next turn with Destiny. Or with the other Force Impulse. So we're running 3 Force Impulses. It's a 5/4, 5/4, links with Shin, and then when he's destroyed, you get to choose one Minerva Squad unit. Now remember, the reason why this is important is because you can choose one Minerva Squad unit without Force Impulse in its name and add it to your hand. So it pretty much gets the, so if Force Impulse gets about 80% of the units, this guy gets about 90% of the units from trash. So, which is very helpful. Next, we are running Baby Wing. So we're running Savior Gundam. Savior Gundam is a 6/5, 5/4, links with Atherin. He does have Breach 3, so that's very good. And when link, if there are 5 or more purple cards in your trash, which there will be by the time you get to turn 6, you deal 2 damage to all units with 5 or less AP. Now bear that in mind. That is important. Because that also hits your guys's. It doesn't hit Savior, but it hits pretty much everything else as long as it's not linked. So, bear that in mind. Still a good card. I love it. That's why I wanted to play it. Next, we are playing our boss monster of the deck. We are playing Destiny Gundam. Destiny Gundam is a 7/5, 5/5, links with Shin to make it an 8/5. It does have high move. And then during pair, so that doesn't mean that it has to be linked, so it can be during pair, so you can pair it with Atherin to give it a 6/7 body, or with Ray to make it a same thing, 6/7. Luna Marie makes it a 6/6. But you can choose one Minerva Squad unit from your trash, pay its cost, and then deploy it. So this guy is super helpful. And yeah. Last of our units, we are running the one of the new Destiny. Destiny is an 8/7/5/6 first strike. And then once per turn, so it doesn't have to be linked. It doesn't have to be paired or anything. You just, when I receive battle damage, I reduce it by 2. So the difference between this one and the Zaku is if I get burned, I can still die, right? I can get burned. But if I was to swing, hit something for first strike, and then for the clapback, they try to kill me, they need to use more resources or more units to be able to end me. And I'm a 5/6, so that's a pretty decent booty. Next, for pilots, we are running the 4 Shin. So Shin, it used to be like, back in the day, you used to like try to hold on to a Shin if you had it. You wouldn't want to link it away, to throw the link away, because you needed it for Destiny. Now you can just slap this bad boy into anything. And with Force Impulse, get it back at a later point. So you're not so reliant on, burning it. And so it's a good 3 AP body, AP giver. So that's why. And then on the attack, if it is a Minerva Squad unit that it's under, you get to choose one of your resources and set it to active. So that's kind of a reason why we're running a lot more Minerva units than we are running like Zaf units, because we want to be able to restand our resources. Next, we are running for Atherin Zala. So I was thinking maybe you could run 3 Atherin Zala, 3 of the other pilot that we're going to talk about, but I'm going with 4 right now. This is a 4/1/1/2 pilot, so it's really good with adding more booty to what is already a really strong AP-wise archetype, but just low on the HP due to us being able to recur. So with that, we should be able to trade a little bit more efficiently, and we'll be able to live a lot more against our opponents. When linked, during this turn, this unit may choose an active enemy unit that's level 5 or higher as a detector. So this pretty much hits like a lot of the 5-up pilots, 5-up 5-up pilots, 5-up blockers that we're going to be dealing with. So it's going to hit AL Strike, it's going to hit Silver Bullet, it's going to hit I believe Gundam, if they decide to leave Gundam up, you know, so it hits a lot of good units, good key units, and then you're just kind of, I mean, most likely you will die, but you'll still, you know, it'll still be, you can still live sometimes, but not all the time. Lastly, we are running 2 Ray. Ray, because just because he's a 1-2 pilot as well. He does get with the big booty, and then when linked, because he does have the Minerva Squad trait, he can link to a lot of things in our deck as well. And then you're going to choose one Zaf linked unit this turn and reduce his damage it receives by 2. So again, that's any damage. Burn damage, battle damage, and so that's only 2 ways. That's only 2 forms of damage that we have right now. But yeah. Really great. Next, we're going to go to the commands. We are running 4 of the airframe seizure. So the cool thing about this card is pretty much just a 1/1 slightly weaker overflowing, I guess. It's only weaker because you have to discard the card to draw the 2. But in this deck, most of the units you see, you don't care if they're in the grave. The only ones I can see is probably like the Aegis if you want to make sure that you're hitting their 5s, and then not even Saber because you can grab it. So yeah, so this card does like a lot. It doesn't. This card's amazing. This card's in this deck is a way better overflowing than overflowing can ever be. And that's because again, you're already discarding a lot of stuff in the grave, so you don't care. Next, we are running 2 Fatal Strike. Fatal Strike is a 4/2 on main. You choose one enemy unit that's level 3 or lower, and you destroy it. So it's pretty much is our answer to a lot of like early game blockers. And then on burst, you get to deal choose one enemy unit, and you just deal 1 damage. So that's all right. Next is going to be Giant Killing. Now this one does kill a lot of the blockers just that left alone. So Silver Bullet, you know, it's our Silver Bullet killer. If they decide that they wanted to play AL Strike a turn and leave it alone, so that way they, you know, they're like, oh, this is the only blocker I have, or if they decide that they want to drop anything else, but yeah, so like any lower end blockers or just pretty much any token blockers, you can use this to kill as well. Because it is a 4/3, I mean, you can do that with Fatal Strike, but it's a 4/3 action, main action, so that's the important thing. So you can use this on your opponent's turn at the end of their turn just to kill a unit that they played to try to block you. But you choose one active unit. Remember, that's the keyword, active. So it can't be on someone that's swinging. It has to be on their active unit with 4 or less AP, and you should destroy it. So again, just a lot of unpiloted stuff. Unpiloted blockers, you know, it eats it. And lastly, for the commands, we are running 1 Widespread Annihilation. I'm trying to see if I can fit 2 in, but right now it's just 1. It is a 6/6, and on main, it's just destroy all units that are level 4 or lower. Again, because this deck does not care if our units live or die. I mean, it's great if they did. You can use this, just nuke the field to reset it to 0. As for bases, we are running 2 Minerva. I know it's like, wait, what? Why only 2? We don't really need a lot of the. I mean, it's great to see. I mean, we don't want to see it in our shield area. We want to see it in our hand, and we want to be able to use its effect to look at the top 2, discard 1, put 1 at the top. But I mean, other than that, it's just a 2/1 5 HP base. And lastly, because we are running a lot of 5 AP units, we are going to be running the Gamao. It is also a 2/1 5, and then you can rest this page. Choose one friendly Zaf unit with 5 or more AP. It gains Breach 3. So what's cool about this that I wanted to play around is with Destiny. So with Destiny, you can swing in first strike and then give it, because it's 5 AP, give it the Breach 3, so you can Breach 3 your opponent's shields. Not only that, but Savior also has a Breach 3. Breach 3, so then you would give it Breach 6. So that's kind of why we're like, oh, I wanted to do that. So, yeah, so that's why we're running 2 of as of right now. So I'm really digging it. We'll see how it goes. The list that I was running kind of before, I already ran 4 Minervas, but I was like, you know what? I think with Destiny, I think this is gonna be pretty funny. So that's the deck list. I will be putting up. Hold on, let me move this to the side. I will be putting up the actual picture of the deck list right here, and I will be including in the description, hopefully, the deck list as well, so you could write it out. But that's it. I hope you guys enjoy it. I liked it. The one game I did play was a free for all with it. So, well, without the GD-05 stuff. So I kind of liked it. And then, hopefully I can get more recordings of the games with this deck. And I will see you guys in the next one. Remember, drink water, take your vitamins. And once you go brown, bye-bye.